Just another day of Rudy Gobert getting unnecessary hate out of nowhere.
Who's on the posters? Who's on the TV screens? Who's on the commercials? That player is definitely going to be on the floor.
Perfect example. They played the Minnesota Timberwolves. There is zero reason Rudy Gobert should have been on that court.
Zero.
But you are paying him about $40, $50 million. You better get your ass out there and figure it out.
And he didn't.
And he didn't.
He did not.
So
that's the latest example of Rudy Gobert getting hate for no reason. Dereck Lively sits down with someone named Theo Pinson, whoever that is, and they have a real strong take about Rudy Gobert that's not based in any sort of reality. Rudy Gobert is the major reason the Minnesota Timberwolves got to where they were last offseason. They don't get the record they have without Rudy Gobert. They don't go as far as they did. And they seem to be forgetting that the Minnesota Timberwolves knocked out the Denver Nuggets, the reigning champions. That just doesn't seem to be something they cover. All they cover is the different things that are perceptions about Rudy Gobert's game. Some are warranted and some are so overblown, it's incredible. Now, I have some reasons to believe that Rudy Gobert is arguably the most hated player to ever step on a basketball court, and I guess let's just talk about those now. We all know about Rudy Gobert touching the mics and the jokes going around about Rudy Gobert starting COVID. We know that, he's kind of an awkward guy. His game is not a sexy game. Rudy Gobert does the things that a lot of players don't want to do, and that's part of why I think he gets the hate that he does. And you can even argue, if you've rooted against Rudy Gobert, you've seen some of the dirty plays that he does. It's just a fact. It's a fact. But the reality is, Rudy Gobert is hated because of his desire to do the things that other NBA players don't want to do. Other NBA players grow up seeing the flash of different players, the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants, the Kevin Durants, these players with incredible skill on the offensive end of the floor. Rudy Gobert is the opposite. He does not do those things almost at all. I mean, he has a high field goal percentage because he dunks the ball, offensive rebounds, and putbacks. But those are the types of ways that Rudy Gobert scores. They aren't sexy. They don't make the highlights on ESPN at all. The things that Rudy Gobert does are the things that other NBA players don't want to have to do. What does Rudy Gobert do? He plays defense. He rebounds. He blocks shots. He protects the rim. He keeps his position on the defensive end. And he offensive rebounds and does offensive rebound putbacks. How many players want to do those things? Not many, including someone like Dereck Lively, who doesn't do those things at the same level as Rudy Gobert. Yeah, he does those things well. He does not do them at the same level as Rudy Gobert. But for whatever reason, Rudy Gobert has been singled out as the player that gets more hate than anyone else. And really, it's because of those things. Because Rudy Gobert shows that you can be a great impactful player in the NBA by just doing those things. And by the way, he is the best in the league at doing those things, at rebounding, blocking shots, protecting the rim, and scoring at the rim. He scores at like a 70% field goal percentage, something that these other players don't do. And so they scoff at him when he's getting those offensive accolades. By the way, he's improved his free throws percentage to about 75% career. But these other players don't want to do these things. They want to earn their money doing it the flashy way. And so when they see Rudy Gobert get the money that he does, and we've even seen Shaq talk about this, Rudy Gobert getting the 40 to 50 million, it's the money that bugs all these players. Rudy Gobert's getting paid so much more than these guys, including Dereck Lively. And that's the reason. And he's doing it in a way that they don't want to do. And it's why, by the way, Draymond Green hates Rudy Gobert. Hates him. Because guess what? Rudy Gobert is better at those specific things than Draymond Green is. Rudy Gobert is a better rim protector than Draymond Green. Sorry, he just is. Draymond Green's better than Rudy Gobert probably in terms of steal rate and maybe one-on-one defense on the perimeter. But guess what? Rudy Gobert is a good perimeter defender as well, if not at the same level. But because Rudy Gobert is better than him at protecting the rim, because Rudy Gobert has physical advantages over Draymond Green that he doesn't have, which, by the way, probably bugs Draymond Green because he's had to overcome the fact that he is not the same height as Rudy Gobert or some of these other great defensive players. It puts a chip on Draymond Green's shoulders, and it's why he's so angry at Rudy Gobert. But that's it right there. Rudy Gobert gets paid more than these guys doing the things that they don't want to do, and he just does it better than all of them. He just does. He's better at protecting the rim than anyone. And guess what? He's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So all these guys that hate Rudy Gobert, that are mad at Rudy Gobert, guess what? He's going to get in the Hall of Fame. He's going to keep cashing checks, and they're just going to have to keep chewing nails. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you next time.